Sup guys, it's Paikor. Welcome to the video. This is gonna be the best keyboard settings to use. But yeah, we're gonna be going through the best keyboard settings for Brawlhalla at least, to my knowledge, right? And first of all, the first thing we're gonna go through, of course, is gonna be, trying to find your own controls, right? Everybody goes through their own controls in their own way. So what I'm talking about is some people like to use PS5 controller, some people like to use PS4 controller, some people like to use different sort of like, scuff controllers or heavier controllers, Xbox ones, or some people actually I don't even know anybody that plays a fight stick, but I think you can play a fight stick, but it might be a little bit scuffed. And of course, some people play with keyboard and mouse, and some people play with only keyboard. Well, most people only play with keyboard, but there's a few pros that play with keyboard and mouse. So, what do I mean with the best controls for Brawlhalla? Well, what I mean by this is there's a few, you know, really main things about, controls overall. Okay, so what are the few like the most few important controls that there is for Brawlhalla? Well, first of all, moving left, right, aim up, and jump. These are the probably the most for important ones. Usually people use play on WASD and space to jump, and some people might some people might actually dodge dash. Well, mine is on shift, but some people might dodge dash with the right hand. Now, in my opinion, I think it is more superior to actually, dodge with your right hand than your left hand. Um, I've kind of talked about this with some people, and for example, like Pavelski, he dodges with his right hand, and I've realized like you're able to do a little bit more precise, dodge inputs than you would probably be able to with your left hand. Now, I'm a shift user, so you might, using shift, there's nothing wrong with that. You can use anything, honestly. Anything that fits your hand and anything that works. If you don't use WSD, then just find whatever works. That's all it is. But the main part, at least in the movement, the departure is the lead in, jump, aim up. Why? Because it will mechanically make you play worse. And what do I mean by this? Is it's there's certain inputs you're not able to do just for the reason that you're using jump plus aim up. Now, for example, you can't do lance side light dare jump dare true without having a spacebar jump, or you can't do reverse gauntlet combos or strings, and you might not be able to do axe pivots. There's a whole lot of plethora of things you can't do with jump plus aim up, but that's just easily avoided with having aim up as W and jump as spacebar, or whatever you want to use, jump. Now, this is probably the biggest thing. Just jump plus aim up. Just don't use this. Just use another key for jumping. Probably the next thing now. Now, the next thing is probably, I'd say, probably honestly bigger than jumping and aim upping, is pick up with quick attacks. Delete this. Do not use this. This is like number one noob mistake. Do not pick up with quick attack. It will make certain neutral situations that's really impossible for you. And what I mean by this is like there might be some situations into 1-on-1s where you'd rather neutral light attack on gauntlets, or not on gauntlets, sorry, unarmed. There might be some times where you'd rather neutral attack right on top of the weapon, but if you just have, pick up quick attack, like it will completely just. I'm guessing this goes for any attack as well. Hold on, let me try this. Yeah, so if I try to do a D light, or if I try to do a side light, it will just pick up the weapon. Hold on, let me try this. Oh, yeah. So if I try to do a side light, it will just eat the input and pick up the weapon, which is really bad in some situations, and it's just a bad habit to have. So honestly, never use this. This is just bad in all use cases. The next thing, right, is let's talk about a little bit of like quick attack, heavy attack, and throw items, right? So just first of all, yeah, pick up your weapons with throwing. It's just gonna be a good habit. But now with the placement of quick attack, wait, wrong keyboard. the placement of quick attack, heavy attack, and throw item. Honestly, use what you want. Now, that's kind of self-explanatory, but hold on. I might be able to show them on my keyboard. Let me see. It's gonna be inverted, but guys, I got my WASD here, and then my attack buttons are over here, right? These three. Now, I would use numpad. To attack because it would be just way more comfortable just for my for my shoulders and overall my posture to just be better if I use numpad instead of crunching in as hard to use these buttons. But the problem is my numpad keys are just like they're Amex Reds, and my my actual keyboard is like Omni point switches, which is really it is really tilting. I would really want to play on numpad keys, but each to their own. But yeah, so try to find your own position. If you like to play really close, like your hands really being close together, that's nice. If you like them far apart, keep them far apart. If you like to play with arrow keys and WSD, do what you gotta do, right? Each to their own. But yeah, just find that comfortable placement. For me, I would use numpad, but I can't because shit switches. And yeah, well, just figure it out. Personally, like this is something like I picked up back in the days when I was a newbie. This is something I picked up was like Boomy was using like these sort of like this kind of like keyboard layout, using his quick attack at this and heavy attack at this, and I kind of picked it up and I just like kind of used it myself, and it to be really comfortable. And that was like the phase when I was I was really bad at the game, so I just copied Boomy's setup, and yeah, this is what I use, and hopefully this is useful to you. Now the next thing. The next thing. Now, this might be a little bit of a personal preference, but prioritizing neutral over side. I think 99% of players prioritize neutral over side, such for the reason that, there's some neutral combos that is just, it takes that extra input for you to aim up. I don't think it's beneficial for you to, in most cases, to have, side over neutral, because, like, it would just, like, make some really weird situations. Hold on, let me try to play with this a little bit. I think, again, this is personal preference, more or less, but 99% of the people that I know use side. Wait, no, neutral over side. Oh. It's not doing it. Prioritize neutral over side. What? Why is you not working? Why is you not working? Prioritize neutral over side. Alright, it should be set up. Why is it not doing it? Why is it that? What? Why is it still doing there? Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I have no clue why it's not doing what it's supposed to do. But I thought what neutral over side would do would do Sair instead of Nair. Wait, so if I okay, it's not what? Let me take this off. Apply. Yes. I have no clue. I don't know. I thought it would make it where if you don't press any buttons, you would just do Sair. But for some reason, my controls are not doing that, which is kind of weird. But either way, this would make you, if you don't have this clicked, it will make you Sair instead of Nairing. And that is just, in some situations, it's really troll. But for most cases, I think anybody that, is a human would probably like this, so prioritize neutral. Because when you're not clicking anything, you don't want to do a Sair. But when you're clicking something, you probably want to do a Sair, right? So, each their own. Each their own. But for me, and I think for most players, prioritizing neutral over side is the thing. Now, you might have looked at this and been like, why did you have emotes here? But that's just because my keyboard is extremely sensitive. So even if I move with WSD sometimes, my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would sometimes activate just randomly, absolutely randomly. Where I'd be playing and then I don't know where I'd emote. So that's by moving. So that's why I have my emotes off. But honestly, that doesn't matter. You can just if your keyboard is not that sensitive, you can probably just have emotes at all of these. But I don't really care about emoting, so that's just me. And yeah, I think the main takeaway from this is delete this, pick up with the quick attacks. Don't use jump plus aim up. that's his back. This is probably the most troll thing. And prioritizing neutral over side is a personal preference, but I think everybody that I know is using prioritize neutral over side. It would just make some inputs. I can't remember specifically, but there's some inputs that becomes more difficult to do if you have to hold up while doing it. But I can't remember right now out of my head what those were. But I need to cook a little bit more with this. But either way, I think that's more or less the video, right? Now, again, each to their own. Now, few things I cannot recommend for anybody is pick up with quick attacks and jump plus aim up, but everything else is personal preference. You can dodge with your right hand, you can dodge with your left hand, you can have 1 2 3 4 5 as your movement, and then one, I don't know, arrow keys as your attack, right? Everybody has their own niche thing that they like to do, so yeah, just figure it out. But at the end of the day, whatever is comfortable with you is probably the best option. And yeah, that's gonna be my keyboard guide video for Brawlhalla. Follow me on my socials if they show up anywhere on the bottom of the left screen. Yep, there they are. And yeah, get my coaching. This is a short video, but hopefully y'all liked it. Remember to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Peace out, guys.